Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima and Nagasaki are two cities in Japan that were devastated by atomic bombs during World War II. On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, instantly killing tens of thousands of people and causing widespread destruction. 3 days later, on August 9, 1945, the United States dropped a second atomic bomb on Nagasaki, causing similar levels of destruction and death. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are considered controversial and have been the subject of much debate and discussion. Some argue that the bombings were necessary to bring an end to the war and save lives, while others argue that they were unnecessary and constituted a war crime. Regardless of one's opinion on the bombings, it is clear that they had a profound impact on the course of World War II and on the history of the world. The bombings led to Japan's surrender and the end of the war, but also ushered in the nuclear age and raised serious questions about the ethics of using such weapons in warfare. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were a result of the Manhattan Project, a top-secret research project led by the United States to develop the first atomic bombs. The bombings killed an estimated 200,000 people, mostly civilians, and caused significant long-term health and environmental effects. The bombings also had a profound impact on Japan's post-war reconstruction and its relationship with the United States. Japan surrendered to the Allies just days after the Nagasaki bombing, bringing an end to World War II, but also ushering in a new era of American influence in Japan. The bombings continue to be a sensitive and controversial topic in Japanese and American history. In the aftermath of the bombings, there were efforts to prevent the spread and use of nuclear weapons. The United Nations was established in 1945, with one of its primary goals being the promotion of international cooperation and disarmament, including the control of atomic energy. The Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT, was also signed in 1996, which bans all nuclear explosions for military or civilian purposes. Today, the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as reminders of the devastating consequences of nuclear weapons and are important sites for promoting peace and nuclear disarmament. Here are some facts about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hiroshima was the first city in history to be targeted by a nuclear weapon on August 6, 1945. The bomb, nicknamed Little Boy, had the power of 15 kilotons of TNT. The atomic bombing of Hiroshima killed an estimated 140,000 people, including those who died from radiation sickness in the months and years that followed. Nagasaki was the second city to be targeted by an atomic bomb on August 9, 1945. The bomb, nicknamed Fat Man, had the power of 21 kilotons of TNT. The atomic bombing of Nagasaki killed an estimated 70,000 people, including those who died from radiation sickness in the months and years that followed. Both cities were chosen as targets for their industrial and military importance, as well as their potential to shock and demoralize the Japanese population. The bombings caused widespread destruction and damage to buildings, infrastructure, and natural resources, leaving both cities in ruins. The radiation exposure from the bombs caused both immediate and long-term health effects, including burns, radiation sickness, and increased risk of cancer and other illnesses. The bombings led to Japan's surrender and the end of World War II, but also sparked international debates about the morality of using nuclear weapons in warfare. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as important sites for promoting peace, nuclear disarmament, and understanding the consequences of nuclear weapons. Both cities have museums and memorials dedicated to the victims of the bombings, including the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are significant events in world history that continue to be studied, debated, and remembered today. The bombings had a profound impact on the course of World War II and on the history of nuclear weapons. They also left lasting scars on the people and places affected by the bombings, serving as a reminder of the devastating consequences of war and the importance of promoting peace and disarmament. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 were tragic events that forever changed the course of human history. The use of nuclear weapons caused unimaginable destruction and suffering, killing over 200,000 people and leaving many more with lasting physical and emotional scars. The bombings prompted a global conversation about the ethical considerations of using such powerful weapons and led to the development of international treaties and agreements aimed at preventing the use of nuclear weapons. The stories of the survivors, known as hibakusha, serve as a powerful reminder of the devastating impact of nuclear weapons and the importance of striving for peace and understanding among all nations. As we reflect on the events of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, It is crucial to remember the human toll of war and to continue working towards a future in which such catastrophic events never occur again.